He wakes up shaking in fear, the thought of blood trickling down his face, the thought of being gruesomely struck in his young face. He trembles over the visualizations of agonizing pain through his slender, petite body structure. He reminisces when the lights flashing and body dragged away to an area of scums and repeaters. Jaquan awakens from his slumber, demoralized by this illusion. He gets prepared to start his average 18-year-old day. He attentively goes through his daily routine and proceeds to the noisiest building in the whole town. As he approaches this building, he sees a dumpster and becomes very anxious and wishes one day he'll be able to throw out his own trash. After a brain-cramming day of education, Jaquan takes his emotions to practice. He aggressively practices every day to forget the memories. During practice, he desperately tries to avoid physical contact with his teammates. When physical contact is made, he curls into a ball and mimics an armadillo who cringes into a protective structure. He immediately gets mad and starts shouting at himself to get better. His teammates wonder about him, but he denies any problems he has. As he walks home, he passes the very same dumpster he walks by every morning and just hopes to throw out his trash one day. He continues home after exasperating practice and passes out. The next morning, he wakes up at 5 a.m. to practice moves he recently learned. He was very upset about the practice and pushes himself to exhaustion. On the weekends, Jaquan becomes an obsessive individual. He practices for 36 hours every weekend. His will to be the best running back he possibly can is very abnormal. A week goes by and he still hasn't hydrated his thirst. Jaquan and his teammates conclude that their next game is against the rival town and many scouts will be at the game. Jaquan anxiously listens to this meeting and happy thoughts pass throughout his mind for the first time in years. After this meeting, Jaquan trains all night for this game. He struggles to stay awake during school the next day. The day before the game, he slept all day to gain his strength. The day finally arrives and is the biggest game of the season, and Jaquan is terribly excited for this game. He used every move that he practiced for many hours the last couple of months in this game. This game was the best game of his high school football career. Immediately after this game, his coach received multiple calls from colleges across the country that wanted Jaquan to play for their school. This made Jaquan feel like he was dreaming, and he was the best running back ever. He told his mother that he had to choose from 3 colleges. Jaquan instantly knew what college he wanted to go to and decided pretty fast. For once, his aggressive nature was not swallowing him whole like a whale does to its prey. He told his coach that his childhood made this moment happen. Then the pain was released from his body, and finally he went to the dumpster and took years of garbage that piled up and threw it out. The night after that, he went to the place of scums and repeaters. He let his father know that he got a full scholarship to college. Jaquan was ridiculed by his father and felt worthless. Jaquan left the place of scums and repeaters enraged, and he knew he wouldn't stop until the next level, so his obsessive nature took over his body faster than poison affecting a bloodstream of an organism. He immediately went back to long hours of practice and training and wouldn't stop until he achieved the next level